Spring is here, which means it's time to freshen up all your knitted and crocheted spring and summer pieces. But how do you wash them properly and how do you dry them the right way? Today I'll show you exactly how I do it. At the beginning of the spring, I usually go through all my crocheted pieces. I wash them, fold them neatly and store them in my closet so they are always ready to wear. I've got a whole pile of knitted and crocheted clothes here, all completely different. There are tops, dresses, shorts, skirts, basically everything you need for spring and summer. First, I sort my crocheted clothes into two categories. The first includes lacy and mesh pieces, while the second category consists of dancer items, things I crocheted using only double crochet or maybe half double crochets without any lacy elements, though a bit of mesh here there is okay. Most of my wardrobe consists of dancer pieces, so I'll be washing all of them in the washing machine, while the lacy ones will be hand washed. I also recommend sorting your clothes this way, separating lacy and dance items. All your dancer pieces can safely go in the washing machine. Here's what I got. On the right are the pieces that will go in the washing machine, and on the left are the ones I'll wash by my hands. Let's start with the washing machine. I'm throwing everything in together since there are all colorful pieces that can be washed together. But if you have any black or pure white items, it's best to wash them separately. Since we're living in a rental apartment, we have this top-loading washing machine, and honestly I had never used one before, but since we're in Vietnam, I've had to get used to it. There aren't many settings on it, so I usually use the normal wash cycle. The water doesn't heat up past 30 degrees, which is perfect for knitted crocheted items. If you're using a regular washing machine, make sure not to set the temperature higher than 30 degrees. Also choose the delicate cycle or lower the spin speed to protect your knits. I also recommend getting these laundry bags. They're meant for underwear, but they work great for crocheted pieces too. I use them for items with hangings, details, or anything that could easily stretch out. Everything else just goes straight into the machine. There's no need to worry too much about your crocheted pieces if they are tightly stitched. Dance items can safely go in the washing machine. I just use the regular laundry detergent, and you can use your favorite one too. There is no need for any special products unless you're washing wool, then it's better to use a special detergent or a wool wash. But since most of these pieces are made of cotton, I'm sticking with regular detergent. I load the machine, set it to the normal cycle and start it, and that's it. The machine takes care of the rest. While the washing machine is running, we are going to hand wash all the lacy pieces. I've got this basic, but you can also use a sink or a bathtub. Fill it with a room temperature water, not too hot, not too cold, add some detergent and then submerge your crocheted pieces. I also recommend washing them separately, light colored items together and colorful ones separately to avoid any color bleeding. To wash them, just gently squeeze the fabric, don't twist or stretch it, simply press and squeeze in the soapy water. Once they are clean, lightly press out the excess water, set them aside, and then add the colorful items to wash them separately. Don't assume that your lacy pieces don't get dirty, just look at how dirty the water is. Now we drain the dirty water, refill the basin with clean water and start rinsing the pieces. Rinse them the same way, gently squeezing without twisting, until all the soap is out. If the water gets too soapy, just change it and keep rinsing until it's completely clear. Lay all your lace pieces on the towel and move them to a flat surface. Now we're going to press out the excess water. Place one piece on the towel and start rolling it up, gently pressing as you go to absorb any remaining water. Repeat this process for all the items. Now that we've removed the excess water, it's time to lay everything out to dry. Grab a bedsheet, duvet cover or any large piece of fabric and spread it out on the floor or just ideally on a balcony where there's enough space for drying. Carefully light out each piece, shaping them as needed. Just a heads up, this will take a while to dry since they are laying flat, but that's essential. Never hang crocheted lace pieces on hangers or clotheslines as they'll stretch out. Always dry them flat. If you want to speed up the process, you can place a fan nearby, but I'll be moving mine to the balcony where it will dry much faster outdoors. While we were laying out the hand-washed clothes, the washing machine finished its cycle. Now we can take everything out. The good news is that these pieces can be hung on hangers since they are tightly crocheted and won't stretch out. I always hang mine like this, but if you're unsure whether something might stretch, you can also lie it flat to dry. For tops and skirts, I recommend wrapping them across the hanger instead of hanging them by the straps. This way the straps won't stretch out. But if a top has a wide straps, you can hang it on a hanger as usual without worrying about stretching. Now everything is ready to go outside to dry. This is how all my dance pieces will dry. They'll be ready in just a day since they're hanging. Meanwhile, the ones we laid flat will take much longer to dry. I also set aside a few denser items that might stretch on a hanger, so I'll be drying those flat as well. Don't forget to flip your pieces occasionally so they dry evenly on both sides. It took a few days for everything to dry completely, making sure there is no moisture left. Now all I do is neatly fold each piece and store them in my closet, always folded, never hanging. I also take a close look at each item since some yarn ends might have come loose. If I spot any, I just trim them with scissors. The easiest way to organize everything in the closet is by category: tops in one stack, dresses in another, bottoms separately, and matching sets stored together. So here's the stack I ended up with. Now let's try everything on to make sure nothing stretches out and see how everything fits after washing. By the way, here's a little tip: get a simple basic tube top in 3 colors, white, black and beige. Wear them onto your crochet pieces to make sure nothing is see-through. All the links to these pieces, tutorials and patterns will be in the description below, so if you see something you like, you can make it yourself. Basic tops don't work under certain pieces, like this open back top. For this, I recommend wearing adhesive bra cups or going braless. Write in the comments what is your favorite crochet piece from my wardrobe, it will be very interesting. As you can see, all my crochet pieces still fit perfectly, nothing stretched out. I actually forgot to show a few things like my yellow cardigan, but you can check it out on my Instagram. So don't be afraid to wash your crochet items, whether by hand or in the washing machine. It's really simple and only takes about 30 minutes. Just follow the basic care rules and everything will be fine. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you find it interesting and informative, learned something new, and got rid of any fears about washing your crochet pieces. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of fun tutorials here that you may like, and see you in the next video. Bye, kitties!